we?
Matt, well, what do you think, Matt? Matt.
What?
All right, light off or light on?
Light off.
How about that? That light looks better. Okay. I wish this glare wasn't showing up on the creature from the Black Lagoon poster. Oh, look how good that is. All right, you ready?
I'm trying to get my task cam ready. It was working.
Cause I'm the task cam. Yeah, I'm the task cam. Anybody got a bit of money? Anybody got a bit of money? Anybody got a bit of money? If you don't want to pay some more. Anybody got a bit of money? 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 All right, Matt, you ready?
Give me a second.
Matt, what are you?
Check this out. Okay, now it's doing something.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say? I mean, we're fucking live, so.
Check one, check two, check one, check two, check one, check two, check one.
Anybody got a bit of money? 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 Anybody got a bit of money?
So, okay. All right, you gonna call?
All right, let me call you. Shit. Hi, we're live, guys. This is BatYard's Productions. My name is Toby, and I'm here with my co-host. Hold on, I can't hear you. I muted you. I gotta call you.
Wow, that's nice.
Ralphie. Hey, Ralphie. How's Ralphie doing today? How's Ralphie? Hello?
This is how you.
Ralphie, answer your phone. Ralphie. Why am I on speaker? I'm not supposed to. I can hear myself.
Because it's a laptop.
You gotta turn the mute. You gotta mute me.
I just did. I had to hear you.
Ralphie, why you keep doing that?
This is gonna be fucked.
Are you ready?
I know.
All right. You ready? Ready?
Ready.
I'm just gonna post this on Facegram or whatever the fuck it's called. Shut up.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh shit. No, stop it. Hey Matt, can you believe that it's episode 33 of this show?
Is it?
Yeah. Apparently. Apparently. I mean, well, I kind of fucking. I kind of number these kind of weird because how I number them is like whenever we do our, the kind of the retrospectives. These are every other episode, and then every other episode is interviews, and the interviews aren't live, so it's kind of weird. These are only ones that are live on YouTube. Anyway, all right, let's just start this fucking show. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to BatYard's Finest, bringing you the finest of Batman and Superman pop culture. From Metropolis, I am Josh from BatYard Productions.
And I'm Mateo. How you guys doing?
Yeah, so
Superman's fine.
Matt lost his voice moments prior to us recording this podcast, which is a great.
I have a flu thing
Great.
that I sneeze, my fucking vocal cords just go.
So Matt's sneeze is so powerful that his vocal cords come out of his nostrils when he sneezes.
It doesn't have to be that.
It sounds like an elephant. No, that's when you blow your nose. So it's going to be one of those shows today. Matthew, we have a few little tidbits of DC news. You know, isn't that grand? Wonder Woman 1984 is actually set to release. I think it's October. No, not October. Not October. December 31st, if I'm not mistaken. It's supposed to be released in theaters and on HBO Max.
Okay, so there's a saber to the theater thing.
So, but when is it coming out? Oh, it says right now. I'm looking at it. Says it's coming out on Christmas Day, so the 25th. Okay. So finally, we're gonna be able to see this movie. To be honest, the hype for this movie kind of died off for me. You know, like I'm like interested in seeing it, but I'm not like, oh yeah, Wonder Woman. I really need to see this movie. You know, like I don't know how you feel about it.
No, the hype for me died down right after the first wave of it being pushed back.
Yeah, when it was supposed to be released in like June or something, that's when I was kind of like, I was a little amped up.
Yeah, that's what I was hyped.
Yeah, that's when I was.
And it would be October. I was like, nah. Now you're telling me December, but then I'm hearing a lot of states are going.
Yeah,
so
that's
like.
Yeah, it seems like. Yeah, no, I don't understand because it seems like we're kind of going back to being quarantined again. I don't know how it is in your states, but I mean, we're not actively quarantined right now. Everything's not everything's not shut down at this point. It was what I'm trying to say, but it seems like the percentages are going up because schools are, I would say they're all congregating, and I think that's what's fluctuating the numbers right now. Is all these people are kind of together, and all the numbers are going to go up, and now it's kind of retroactively, affecting that. So it seems like that shit is going to close down again, basically right when this movie is supposed to be in theaters. So yeah, this is such a shit year,
Yep.
Fuck your hindsight 2020 shit. This is gonna be shitty. All right, I don't know. I'm guessing. I just went through a rabbit hole there. All right, I guess it'll be Christmas or December 30th, something like that. I just looked at Gal Gadot's Instagram post, and it didn't really tell me exact date, but what I'm looking at on Google, that it's showing on Christmas Day.
It's not really a good set day, but what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, movies get released on Christmas Day on regular years, so it's like, I guess it's a good time because everyone's together. College students are back home. It's a good time for families to go out, to see a movie. But that was on years that weren't this year, so it's going to be a different kind of atmosphere. I don't know. I don't have HBO Max. Matt, do you have HBO Max?
No.
Matt has.
I was just going to try a free trial when the Snyder Cut came out.
Yeah, which is a year from now. I think it's September or October. News about the Snyder Cut. Apparently, there's some new images that were released for the Snyder Cut. Yeah, the Steppenwolf. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it looks a little bit different. He's a lot spikier.
It looks like shit. I think it looks terrible.
I will
I
take
think the
the
other one looks better.
original over
I
that one.
agree. It just looks like too much is going on. It looks like a transformer. Like I don't know. Like
He looks like a Decepticon's dick.
yeah, he looks like a Decepticon where there's like too much detail going on, where it's like too complicated, and I can't really focus on the image
Remember
itself.
how we were complaining about Cyborg?
Yeah, it looks like it
And
looks
how
worse.
it's too
Yeah, it looks worse.
how stupid he looks. This is what he's going back to.
And it looks worse. I think it looks way worse.
Yeah.
And the original design looked terrible. And this design looks awful. And everyone's like advocating this Snyder cut. I think it's going to be terrible. I know I said this prior. I think it's going to be fucking awful. I mean, it might be better than the Justice League movie that we got, but that's not saying much because that movie was terrible. That movie sucked. That was just a corporate product, like shot out, like with like basically gluing the seams with super glue together. That was basically what the movie we got is. I mean, this might be more of the vision that Zack Snyder wanted us to see, but I'm hearing Jared Leto is going to be in the movie as the Joker, which is like the Joker that no one likes. So, like, what is his part going to be in Justice League? Like in the original movie, where does he fit? He doesn't fit in that story at all.
He fits in the Suicide Squad stuff. That's it, because that's his shit.
But they're not even going to use him for that. They're not even going to use him for Suicide Squad.
They deleted him.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what DC's doing. It's just putting a very bad taste in my mouth. You know, I know a lot of people are advocating like Zack Snyder's like the savior of the DC universe. I mean, he started the DC universe, which made it very polarizing with fan base and to begin with. So I am not an advocate for Zack Snyder. I'm interested in seeing the Snyder cut, but he almost had a good window where he could have said, "Oh yeah, my movie would have been so much better," and never released anything. But now that he's releasing his vision of the Justice League, it better be like the greatest fucking thing you ever seen, because there's so much hype behind it. And now, like, once we see the product, it's not going to be nearly as good as people are advocating for. So it's going to be a disappointment, even if it's good. It's going to be a disappointment. I am like, my expectations are like down here, while everyone else is like up here. So I'm expecting to be, at least from what I'm gonna think I'm gonna be seeing, I'm gonna be at least pleasantly surprised, where I'm gonna be like here, you know. And then people from up here are hyping it up, are just gonna bring the bar down and go like, oh, this was awful, you know. So I think I might get a little more enjoyment that way. But my bar is so low. It's so low. I don't. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, if Zack's the savior, what the fuck is James Gunn?
Yeah,
James
James
looks
Gunn.
like he's putting DC back on the board.
That's the only thing I'm actually interested in is that's the thing I'm most anticipating is Suicide Squad 2 out of all the new DC stuff that's coming out. You know, that's the only movie I'm actually interested, because they gave. From what I'm seeing, they gave James Gunn free reign. They're like, do whatever you want. You're obviously successful with Guardians of the Galaxy, so you just do what you want. So no, I don't think they're gonna have the Joker in it. I mean, I don't really need to have the Joker in it. No one likes Jared Leto.
Gotham, it looks like. So, like, it doesn't need the Joker to be in it. It'd be really stupid to add Joker into like they have a scene where Marcus is about to eat somebody in the jungle. So
Killer Croc's in it?
Not Killer Croc, King
Shark. Yeah, I think they got rid of Killer Croc because no one liked his design. He looked fine. Yeah, he looked all right. I wasn't mad at it.
It didn't make up. It just wasn't Killer Croc.
Yeah.
Because size difference. other
I wouldn't
stuff.
say the size. It was just like he was just a pointless character. All in the first Suicide Squad, all the characters were very pointless. So I don't think the size was the problem. I don't think the makeup was the problem. I just think he was just pointless and he had nothing to do in the movie. That's, I think, what the problem is. And so that he didn't serve really anything. What did he do?
I don't know. Whoever directed it. Other than him swimming into
yeah, he swam underground or something. Yeah, that's all I remember. And then
he detonated a bomb, maybe. No,
yeah,
someone else did that.
Does he die? I don't even remember this movie.
The end.
He died. I don't fucking remember. I don't remember this shit. I just don't remember his movies. It's just like, what's the point? Oh my! It just makes me upset. I'm beyond the point of upset. I want DC to be a train wreck. It's fucking sucked already. Fuck it. Just make it as shitty as possible.
Wow.
And I'm fucking.
You did that. I know.
I did because they gave me look what they gave me already. That's not entirely true. I'm excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman, and I'm excited for Suicide Squad 2. That's what I'm excited for. The Flash movie with the Michael Keaton buzz is getting me a little excited. The Zack Snyder cut, I'm gonna see it. No. All I know is Michael Keaton's gonna be in it, and what the fuck, Ben Affleck. So apparently they're gonna do the multiverse and crossover that way, which is an interesting concept. It's what else can they do at this point? Because they're throwing literally everything at the wall. So what are they gonna do? I just hope it's not like what they did with Tom Welling and Kevin Conroy. I know I keep using this as an example where they just in that crossover with the DC shows, it's just they show them for half a second and then they're gone. They don't serve any purpose in the actual plot of the story. I hope they don't do that. I don't think they'll do that. But that's the worst example of putting in a cameo or a character that's important to people and then having them serve no purpose in the story at all. Then just don't have them. If they're not going to do anything, don't have them in the movie. Just don't do it.
To me, I think this is too early for Flashpoint.
It is a little early.
We don't even have an origins movie of a Flash movie out there. And we don't have anything to lead up to the point that Flashpoint has to happen.
I don't even like Ezra Miller as Flash. He's fine.
Neither.
I know there's some weird video going around where we talked about previously where he's choking a fan or something. It's just weird.
That was a year or two ago.
Yeah.
That was right after.
Yeah, it was odd. So I thought he was going to be canceled after that because everyone's getting canceled at this point. Fuck it. If you
can't touch a partner, you can't touch fans, you can't do nothing.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think it would have been kind of legitimate if people were "Oh, he's not the Flash anymore." I would have been okay, I would have, whatever.
I'll take this CW.
Yeah,
actor Gus.
Grant Gustin, he's way better. I think I wish they just got him to do it, to be the Flash. I don't know. Maybe this podcast will turn into just movies because I'm getting just so disappointed with DC. I'm just getting sad when I talk about
they have the animated movies.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, we got some subjects today that I'm definitely excited to talk to you about. Okay, so we watched a little short YouTube video from 2011, The Daily Show, but it's not The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
That's the one that threw me off. I'm this is The Daily Show. What the fuck?
Not Green Lantern. Well, that's their last name, Tim Daly and Sam Daly, and it's father and son duo, and they basically make these comedy sketches. I wish it was still going on today because they're fucking hilarious. There's ones that are like they go on later on. There's later episodes that are pretty great, but I want to save those for when we actually get to those. We'll save those. But basically, you just want to be a little less douche, and that's the whole concept of the whole short. So I mean, Tim Daly is the voice of the animated Superman. If you don't know, from Superman animated series, I know Sam Daly voiced Superman in something. I don't know. I haven't seen it. But Matt, what do you think of the Daily Show?
The Daily Show, that was a good show, but be a little bit less douche.
Yeah,
he was being douche the whole video by saying that, and then he has the part when he says, "I was him," and he has a Superman toy.
He's like,
Superman toy is the least douchiest thing in the world until later on in this life. But what's it?
Yeah, he like picks it up. Well, he like picks it up. I got an Emmy for voicing Superman. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's not really a lot. There's not really a lot to talk about with the Daily Show. It's just funny. It's pretty great. There's more episodes that are like, longer than this first one. The first one's kind of just setting up like this duality between father and son, like how they're both actors, and like Tim Daly is basically just like putting down his son the whole time. He's like, "Oh, your photo shoots, your headshots are terrible. You just got to be a little less douche." And then like he's pointing. My favorite part is when he's pointing out like his clothes, and he's like holding it up. He's like, douche, more douche, more douche, and then he like picks up this one shirt. He's like, "Oh, this is a little less douche." He's like, "What's less douche about this shirt, Dad?" He's like, "Son, that's something a douche would ask." That's my favorite part. Only a douche would ask that question. That was my favorite part. But if you haven't checked it out, check out The Daily Show, DALY. There's no I.
No.
It's not with Jon Stewart, not Green Lantern, Jon Stewart. But it's pretty great. It's pretty great. That's all I have to say. So you have any final things about The Daily Show, Matt?
No, I'm trying to keep me down to a minimum, but you basically said my favorite scene too.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part. Do you have?
But the ending is a little weird when he brings out my girlfriend. He's like, girlfriend. He's like, yeah, and he has two girlfriends. Is this douchey? Nah.
No, son.
That's the least douchiest thing in the world. That's the douchiest thing in the world.
It's pretty fucking douchey if you actually like think about it. But I think he's just like he has some admiration. He's like, yeah, that's fucking cool. But yeah, The Daily Show's great. There's more episodes. We'll get into those later. The one with Kevin Conroy is pretty fucking great. That one's really good.
Part of that one now.
Yeah, we'll save that for a later next episode. Excuse me. So do you have any more BS bullshit you want to talk
about? What's her name? The girl from Green Aquaman.
Amber Heard.
Trying to get her kicked off Aquaman too.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of agree to that. I think what she did was terrible, and I think. Well, didn't they already start shooting?
No, they're trying to do this next Snyder stuff again.
Oh, so they didn't. They didn't start shooting.
I don't think they announced shooting yet.
COVID.
But they announced the cast, not shoot time.
Yeah, I know they announced her to be in the movie, Amber Heard. Which, if you don't know about Amber Heard and the whole back and forth with, the allegations with,
Yep.
I almost forgot his name. Why can't I think? Yeah, Johnny Depp. Why can't I think of Johnny Depp's name? With Johnny Depp, I would definitely look it up for yourself. Go on YouTube. There's a lot of in-depth conversations that go into like recordings and everything, and how basically Amber Heard has framed Johnny Depp for abusing her when actually it was the other way around, which is pretty fun. Kind of like showing a limelight of that. But yeah, I agree. Fuck her. She sucks. She's a terrible person. I don't know how you feel about it.
I think it's kind of bullshit having was it Johnny Depp supposed in this case right now he's the victim.
Yeah, he's the one he's
Warner Brothers stuff already.
And he's the one being shown for movies.
Person doing the act.
Exactly.
And she hasn't made any Warner Brothers stuff at all.
Right, exactly.
Meaning DC Warner Brothers. She should have been booted. But you know what? That's how the shit goes in that company.
Well, it's not even just Warner Brothers. It's not just Warner Brothers. It's fucking Disney. It's all companies.
Our topic, what we do here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, no. It's every fucking. It's every city. Yeah. It's just Hollywood in general. It's just the whole thing is so dumb. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. I don't really want to get too delved into it. But if you want to look it up for yourself, I would definitely. There's definitely some YouTube in-depth, commentaries about it, and I would check those out. I don't have anyone offhand I can really name, but just do the research yourself and crack a cold one and and figure it out for yourself. But anyway, I do agree with it. I mean, if she's in the movie, I'll probably still see it, but whatever.
Is this gonna be all fucked?
No. The world's on fire. How about yours? All right. So, well, Matt, are you ready for the main subject that matter?
The meat of this.
Yeah, the meat of the podcast, which is we're doing Batman and animated series Critters from the new adventures of Batman, where they basically changed the animation to kind of more resemble Superman animated series. So this episode is notorious for being one of the worst Batman animated series episodes. We're talking about it because Thanksgiving's around the corner, and we thought this was probably the closest thing we could get to Thanksgiving. Where there's a lot of farm animals, there's creatures. They actually mentioned Thanksgiving in the beginning of the episode. Did you catch that, Matt?
Yeah, they said. They say like something about
turkey legs the size.
One of our chickens.
It was turkey legs the size that could feed the whole family during Thanksgiving. Just a turkey leg, so you don't even need a whole turkey. So basically, a microbiologist known as Farmer Brown has developed a chemical that enhances animals that provides a great source of products from their livestock, and his experiments are shown to be like abomination, forbidden to continue. He's forbidden to continue his practice, which is basically ruins his livelihood. And he takes revenge on Gotham City years later because he invested millions of dollars on making these farm animals just massive. So he created the monsters that they thought these original farm animals were, and he gets his revenge on Gotham. So Matt, wait, go ahead.
The thing is, he is like a scientist, not just a normal farmer. They stated like halfway through the episode, he's a scientist. He's not an average Joe guy that said, I discovered this chemical. He's an asshole that knew how to make it.
Yeah, no. He basically injects his livestock with steroids, and he wants to.
And his daughter.
Yeah, well, that's later in the beginning, he just injects his livestock with steroids, so it's they would get more product and meat out of one animal instead of multiple animals. Basically, he wants to solve world hunger through, basically manipulating the DNA of these animals. But he's condemned for doing so because I think one of the cow in the beginning of the episode like breaks out of his enclosure, and then he's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
this
it goes a little
is
wild.
an abomination to the Gotham citizens, and you're condemned from continuing your research." And
the one thing that gets to me on that part, any animal if they're being shown off in a place they don't want to be at.
yeah, it would happen anywhere.
So like, whatever.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, no, basically, and then he goes to the court, and they tell him, "Oh, you can't do this anymore, Farmer Brown." He's like, "I'll show you, monsters." They basically go like, and it cuts to I don't know how much longer after, and Bruce Wayne's on a date with someone he can't.
I have a feeling it's like a year later.
I don't remember, but anyway, he's on a date with someone he doesn't remember their name. It's either Sharon or Karen, and I didn't like that aspect of it. Basically, this episode is Bruce Timm and their company thought of this Farmer Brown character to be like an Adam West villain, like when they just started to make up their own villains in like season 3, where they had like King Tut and Egghead. So that's kind of their version of an Adam West villain that's not made in the comics. It's just like they just made it up. So this episode is more of a comedy than really a serious Batman episode. I don't know if you really noticed that. It's a lot of dry humor.
I thought it was going to be more serious.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Until it got like halfway through, and I was like,
really dumb.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really stupid. So he's on a dinner date with this girl he doesn't remember, and then like this other old lady at this next table over. It's like, "Oh, there's a bug," and like the waiter, he just comes up and he's like, "Oh, is there a bug in your salad?" She's like, "No, right there." And it's like this giant 6-foot praying mantis. You would think she would see it, a mile away, or she would scream or have a bigger reaction than like, "Oh, there's a bug," And then Batman shows up. Well, Bruce Wayne's already there, and he transitions into Batman.
I love how he transforms.
Yeah.
He finds a spot to turn into Batman. He did a Superman.
Yeah, he basically did a Superman. Like it's kind of weird seeing Bruce Wayne. Well, not so much Bruce Wayne, but it was kind of weird seeing this whole episode took place like during like like the middle of the day. It's weird seeing Batman in the middle of the day with like these bright colors and everything and these vibrant backgrounds, and he's just like, and he doesn't blend in at all. So like he's not utilizing what what he trained for, is utilizing the night and everything and the shadows, and he's just out there in broad daylight. It's just like, "Oh, there's Batman. He's fucking right there." It's not like he's like can hide in a tree line or anything like that. But he faces off these giant praying mantis, and their heads just pop off, and there's blood and
No, first of all, before that, remember he's trying to do insecticide on them.
Oh, right, yeah. It's just convenient that it's right there.
And Farmer Brown just says, and no, you don't know. Farmer Brown doesn't say anything. It just falls apart, like saying. But later on, he's like, "I made them that way. They fall apart when I want them to fall apart."
Yeah. He basically proves that when he's talking to Robin and Batgirl in the Batcave. He's like, "Oh yeah, he there's something bigger coming. This was just a show to showcase that like something bigger is going to happen and occur in Gotham City." And he shows this evidence to Commissioner Gordon later on. Then there's this talking goat that just wanders into the the police station.
The goat shape. I thought it was Batman being a dick.
Oh, really?
And just taking his donut and walking in there, because it's like Shadow walks by Bullock, takes donut. Now Batman's inside Commissioner Gordon's office, closing the blinds. And I'm like, "Where's the donut?"
Yeah, that is a very Batman kind of move where you would like, especially throughout the animated series where you see Batman Shadow and you would get the silhouette and you just instantly know it's Batman. So I could see how you got mistaken there. It does make sense.
After I watched it the second time, I realized
people watching the show wouldn't go like, "Oh, there's a fucking like seeing that silhouette." They wouldn't go like, "Oh, that's a goat." You go like, "Oh yeah, that's Batman going through, the offices of the police." So he basically
how often does he do that though? So
I don't know.
It's really weird
maybe
setup.
He fucks Bullock like every other weekend, and he just eats his donuts, and like Bullock finally feels like he's gonna catch him, and it's just a goat. But Batman definitely doesn't eat donuts. Batman only eats. He's on a keto diet.
Donuts.
Yeah.
They have only Batman symbols on them.
I don't know.
Only mean at Dunkin' Donuts in Gotham.
I don't think Batman would have he has the willpower not to eat sweets. He wouldn't eat any of that. He would just eat fully healthy stuff. Doesn't drink.
Everybody has a sweet tooth, and they always crave one thing.
No, Batman
donuts.
Batman definitely does not eat donuts. Come on, let's be real. If he's fucking training with ninjas and everything, and like basically putting himself.
How hard is he eat one donut? Training off in a night.
He's definitely not eating donuts. He's eating eggs and rice and basically like rice cakes. He's eating like the lowest carbs he can find and just like high protein. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
If Rocky's doing that, Batman's definitely doing that. If Rocky's drinking more raw eggs, Batman is doing twice as much. Okay. Batman's not fucking eating donuts. Superman can eat donuts because it won't affect him. He can eat whatever the fuck he wants. Batman is not eating donuts. Robin can eat donuts. But anyway, besides the point.
So Superman can't get fat.
I think Superman could get fat if he really tried. If he really wanted to.
Hold on.
What are you doing? Are you looking up like Red Kryptonite Superman where he turns into a fat guy?
It's fucking hilarious.
Okay, so Matt's searching for something. Anyway, this goat is programmed to speak this.
Oh, I found it.
What did you find?
I don't want to share. No. That's what I want. My screen share again.
I don't know. Press screen or whatever.
I did that. And it says go to Chrome, and I'm already on Chrome. Or whatever.
Wait. It's showing up. Oh, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Oh, this thing's broken. Whatever.
Mom is broken. Okay, so anyway,
that's what.
Basically, the goat tells the bidding of Farmer Brown, and that he wants X amount of dollars, to be paid off, and no Batman.
No, howdy.
He doesn't say.
He's in there. They get a conversation.
When does he say howdy? I don't even remember that.
He says howdy 3 times when he walks in the door.
I don't even remember. He might have. I don't know. Oh, that looks terrible. What is that?
Bad Superman.
What is that from?
I don't know. Some guy made it.
That looks awful.
And this thing.
Oh my god. I thought you were talking about like Red Kryptonite Superman where he's like fat. Apparently Red Kryptonite, like in different comic books, like affects. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So Red Kryptonite like affects Superman's body in random ways. In Smallville, it like affects his ambitions. So like say he's like, like his like darkest like kind of things that he's internalizing, he's not going to like actually exert in those emotions. But if he has Red Kryptonite on, he's just going to go like, oh, fuck it. I don't care, So he doesn't have those things that like pull you back from doing, the worst things you would think of,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, in most comic renditions, it's like he could just turn into a fat man. He could turn into a bug. It just whatever the fuck can happen to him. So it's just random, Which I don't know. I kind of like both.
Okay.
I do like the red kryptonite. Take away his ambitions, but I think if it was like a different kryptonite, like just did some random shit, like some weird thing, like I don't know, like crystal kryptonite or something. Just did whatever.
It's a restaurant.
Yeah. But anyway, so Bullock brings the ransom money to Farmer Brown's daughter. She brings he's following the goat onto the boat. The boat is taken off, and Bullock is pushed off by the goat, and then he latches on, and then he's sent to be hog slop, and this hog looks freaking utterly creepy and disturbing.
I actually like that one design better than everything else.
The hog looks good.
The chickens look fucked. The cows look just evil. The pig just looks like, oh, that's the next step in evolution for him.
Oh yeah, we skipped all the cows, the cow rampage and the chicken rampage. That's before. Because the chickens look like vultures and they have boils on their neck.
No, the chickens look like pterodactyls.
Yeah, they look like pterodactyls. They look like pterodactyl vultures, and they have like boils on their necks, and they're pecking at the blimps, the police blimps, and it takes forever for it to go down. And Batman leads one of the chickens. He nets one of them, and it's in like Gotham Harbor. And it cuts away. That thing drowned. That thing is dead.
That's not the first one that dies.
It's drowning.
That's not the only one that dies.
That one definitely dies.
I know. That one died.
That one's dead.
Then the one at the barbecue plant.
Oh yeah.
The barbecue sauce. That one died.
Yeah, that one looked gruesome when the one shot when its talons are out and its wings are and it's covered with barbecue sauce. It literally looked like it was just gorged in blood. Like it was just like covered in blood.
It
looked awful.
Barbecue sauce that fell on it.
So I was listening to the commentary about it. Apparently, the original concept for that scene was that it was supposed to be like fry oil, and so the chicken bit into the frying oil, and then it like cooks it alive. But that didn't go through the ratings. They couldn't do that, so they made it.
That'd be funny if it turned into a regular fried chicken.
That would have been pretty funny.
Like it had no head, no nothing. It's just like
I think it was supposed to be. I think they did it more gruesome, like in their concept. So they weren't allowed to do that. So it turned. So instead, it looks like it's just covered in blood.
SpongeBob can fry his fans. His fans at that stadium. We can fry a damn chicken.
I don't know. It looked like, but instead it looks like it's covered in blood, like there's a massacre. And and before Robin says "Holy cow" when there's a giant cow that rampages through the streets of Gotham, and then he says he gets this bull trapped inside a building. It's like basically chasing after Robin because he's just a big, bright red target, which they make fun of in Tiny Toons. To go off topic a little bit, in Tiny Toons, they make a parody of Batman where the Daffy Duck, like little kid character, is Batman, and the Porky Pig little kid is Robin. He's like, oh, we'll dress you up in all the bright colors so you'll be the target to draw all the fire, which is what would have happened in real life. Robin would have gotten shot, and Batman would have been gone scathe-free.
That's why he has so many Robins.
That's why he has so many Robins. Exactly. He had at least one.
He's tired of being the target.
He has at least 3 or 4 that I can think of off the top of my head.
I thought you had more than that. I thought you had like 6.
Oh, there's 5 I could think of. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny.
Tim
Drake,
Jason.
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd,
the girl one.
The girl, I forget her name.
His son.
Karen. Yeah, Damian
and I think
Wayne.
we got a new one, right?
I don't know.
There's a new one on the marriage. I don't know yet.
I could think of the 5. There might be another one, but I don't know. Yeah, I forget the girl's name. She's in Dark Knight Returns. I forget her name. She's like the future one. Anyway, he's basically a big red shiny target for this bull, and the bull ends up ramming his head into a china shop because you have to do bull in a china shop. You know, you have to have that joke in there. And then Batgirl gets a big dump truck and just rams it into the building to just pin it in there. Mm-hmm. And then Robin says, "That's a lot of bull," you know. So you gotta have that. You gotta have that in there.
That's Adam West shit.
Yeah, this whole episode is an Adam West 66 Batman episode. Just more drier in its humor. It's not very as outlandish, like obvious that it's a joke. But it's definitely a joke, like the whole episode.
You know the funny thing is, I go back to the barbecue spot.
Yeah.
You know, Batman just flies through a fucking window like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that. Look, he threw through a window without nothing happening. Yeah. If I threw through a window, it'd be crash landing because those windows that they use for those kind of buildings aren't like thin. They're fucking thick blocks.
Well, you know what? With that barbecue sauce, maybe it melted the window a little bit. You know, it's hot. You know, so like it's the glass is pretty thin.
No. And right after the pterodactyl took it out. So
the glass is made out of candy. It's candy, rock candy glass.
You're fucking reaching.
Yeah.
You're trying.
I don't know. Who cares? There's fucking giant chickens with boils. Like, that's the least of my concern.
When do you think you'll break the window with something else in his fucking head?
I don't know. He's fucking Batman. Yeah, he used his head. He got a titanium helmet on. He has a titanium cowl on. Yeah. That's what he had. You know? Remember that episode? I do.
I don't remember him strapping that on.
You know what I do like? I do like Farmer Brown's like secret island hideout where it's basically they're in a big barn and like it's like indoors, like it's an artificial wall of like blue skies and everything. And his silo is a big rocket ship and you know, with a bunch of pods for giant prey mantis.
You mentioned that because they do that in Arrow.
Oh no.
They do that in
There's
Arrow.
A farm
Arrow
on an island.
Episode. They have to. They're planning on destroying the actual like the world in a way, and they made a town underneath the town. And it's all like TV screens all leading up, so it looks like a universe that's not like fucked. It's all official stuff.
But it's not.
Everything
it's
else.
Not a farm though.
It's not a farm, but I feel like they took the idea of this to make it that.
Should have been a farm. They should have just brought back Farmer Brown. It's still DC. They could have just brought back this guy. Why not?
He was there. No one showed him.
He's off camera.
But they blew up at the end of the show too.
Yeah, Silo blows up at the end with his prey mantis pods.
Oh, you just ruined the ending.
Yeah.
Come on. I was talking about Arrow, not this episode.
That's okay. We're going back and forth anyway. Yeah, so it's kind of like I said earlier, it's kind of odd seeing the Batman characters, even if it's an artificial daylight, it like in animation just looks like daylight. Seeing the Batman characters in broad daylight is kind of weird. It's, that's definitely more of a Superman setting. I do like how he injected his daughter with hormones, and he's like she's manhandling Bullock, and like she picks him up over her head and just throws him into the pig pen, and then that's when they find out that they're being tracked. Farmer Brown has this, words of wisdom go like, always check your money, always check what your shoes, what the cow left, and check your money. I like that line. That was pretty funny. The Western logic.
They show her picking up a bag of like feed that's bigger than her.
Oh yeah, that's
prior Bullock. And then they make that joke saying, "Oh, this pig is pretty quick, is fast." Because he's calling him Bullock.
Oh, they say like, "Oh, he's pretty fast for a fat boy." Or something. Yeah.
Well, that's it. And he's like fucking dodging for his life.
You know what I kind of wish they did? I wish they brought back Farmer Brown. And you know what I wish they did? I wish they brought him back, even though this episode's ridiculous.
In a movie?
No, not in a movie. Just in the animated series in the universe. Like if they brought back Farmer Brown, but he's I don't know. He competes with Kent Farm or something. He does something with the Kents. He fucks up their livestock, or he does something like small and minor. And then like his steroid-filled daughter fights Supergirl. I think that would have been an interesting. That would be an interesting kind of fight. I would watch that.
I hate those Kents. I'm gonna stick their cows with this needle.
Yeah, he does.
They'll never know what's happening.
Yeah, he does something with the Kents and something with like maybe there's some big showing at the county fair in Smallville, and the Kents have the biggest cow, but Farmer Brown is like, I'm going to take care of their cow.
He fucking injects the skinny freaking serum in it.
Yeah, he injects a skinny serum, and no, he makes the daughter inject the skinny serum, and then that's when Kara, Kara, Supergirl, she's in the farm, like taking care of the chickens or whatever, the cows or horses, and then she sees the daughter doing that, and then they have a battle, they have a fight. I would see that. I want to see that fight. I want to see Farmer Brown.
There's more of a Superman episode than a Batman episode.
I think a Batman, it's the setup. No, this is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying replace this episode. Keep this episode as is. And then in the Superman animated series, have an episode with Farmer Brown as the main protagonist against the Kents, against Superman. So basically, he crosses over to he leaves Gotham. He's like, well, I'm done with that. I'm done with I'm done with these bat folk. And then he goes to that's when he moves to Smallville, and then they're competing with the county fair.
I don't know. To me, it feels like it should be like more of a prequel than a sequel. So that's when he invents the growth serum.
I can see that.
So he thinks he's awesomer because he's just. And then Batman one, he's like, to get my cow. And then because he has it already.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm down with that.
So that means the Superman animated series had to be prior
the
Batman.
First one, yeah. They should make that episode. See, don't you want to see that now? I think that would be it'd be stupid. This episode was dumb, but it would have been pretty entertaining. I would watch the hell out of it.
I don't know. It would be a decent Superman episode.
Right, it would have been a good Superman episode, especially like
it'd be a 5-star freaking Superman episode, 2-star, no 1-star Batman.
I'm just saying, there's a connection there with the farms and everything, like the Kent farm. There's definitely that connection with Superman. More so than Batman. Batman doesn't have anything to do with farms. It's just a stupid one-off character. No, you don't. Batman should have a guano farm. He probably does in his cave. It doesn't even matter. But I think I'll watch the hell of that episode. So if anyone's listening, if there's any concept artists, I want to see a rendition of Supergirl fighting Farmer Brown's daughter. I want to see that image. What is that? I don't know what that is. I can't tell what that is. Oh, that's Farmer Batman. Does it say perfect?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now. Don't you want to see that? If there's any artists out there who got this far in that, in the episode, please make that. I want to see. What the fuck is that?
It's Superman hoeing.
Oh my god. Yeah, see? Where's that episode? I want to see. If there's any artists out there and they could draw Superman fighting Farmer Brown's daughter with this concept, I wanted to see that. Please draw that and we'll share it.
I don't like to show one thing. What is Superman doing in this?
He's fighting his dog. His dog's being annoying, so he pushed him off. He's like, get off me. He didn't train him yet.
His face is just like, fuck you, you asshole.
All right, so if there's any artists out there, draw Farmer Brown's daughter fighting Supergirl on Kent Farm. Okay?
Yes.
I want to see this.
Please.
Please do it. We're going to post this on social media so people can hear it. Hopefully, if you guys, and we'll definitely shout you out next episode. That'll be awesome. I want to see that.
Yes, we will.
So yeah, I mean the end of the episode is just Batman goes in, they fight they go into the silo, and then Batman eggs on this giant praying mantis to open the door, try to attack him, and then it cuts open the door, and then they get out, and Batman drives the police SWAT car into the silo, and it blows up, and then Farmer Brown's out in the harbor with his daughter, and the silo debris basically breaks their ship, and that's kind of the end of the episode. Then they get arrested. that's the whole episode.
I love how Bullock mentions the Batman, you follow these freaks.
Oh yeah. You took care of the Joker and all these other freaks, and now we're gonna get destroyed by a farmer and his bugs or whatever, And
he's like, I got front row seats for it.
Yeah, that's and I'm here to see it. Yeah, which it's true. I mean, Batman did win in the end, so that's the important part.
True.
So Matt, what do you think of Critters?
Shit. Just a shit. I enjoy it. So I give it a fucking 3.
I agree.
But it's not a good Batman animated series.
No,
is it in season 4? Like at the end of the run?
This is season 4 when they changed the animation. But there's definitely better season 4 episodes than this one.
But this is the last of the season.
Yeah, this was the last.
This was the
last season.
So I'm not expecting masterpieces to come out in the end of the show.
Definitely the best episodes came out when the animation looked like it was from the 1940s. I mean, there are.
Well, that's when the fight.
There are a few episodes in this last season that I would actually put in the top 10, but none of them would be above top 5, if that makes sense. They would be in the top 10. There's a few.
But the thing is those earlier episodes are more them. We're fighting for a new in the next season. Now they're in the final finale season. It's just what can we put out there to make the freaking run last in the season that we make?
Yeah, I think you're kind of right.
Whatever. They knew when they changed the animation, it wasn't gonna be the best.
I don't know. Well, I think that they changed more of the animation to keep in the same line as Superman the Animated Series, because Superman the Animated Series came out, after the 3rd season of Batman, and then they're if they changed the animation because they didn't want, they were going to make it look like Superman set in the 40s, but then they're oh, well, if we do that, we're gonna make basically a worse version of the Max Fleischer Superman animated show, animated serials. It's not going to look nearly as good, so that's why they changed the animation and made it more, I don't know, more clean cut, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's why they changed the Batman animation as well, so they could put Batman into that universe, So that's why the animation changed. Which, I mean, I would be curious to see that original Superman concept where they made Superman look like he's from the 1940s. I mean, I think they did the right choice by reamping the animation and made it set in a future past than basically the 1940s, because I think they're right. I think it would have been more compared to the Max Fleischer animated series, animated
too much clashing.
It would have been more comparisons there, but now since they set the animation to its different standard, it's not going to be as comparable at that point.
Yeah.
So I think they made the ultimate right decision. There is some concept art of their first drawings of Superman, the animated series, with the old school looking Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen and Lex Luthor and all the gang.
Okay.
I want to see if I can find it. So while I try to find it, do you have any last minute things about critters? Yeah, critters.
Not really. It's just I'm gonna remember it. I'm not gonna not remember it. When Bullock comes in the door, that goat took my dough.
Yeah, and then Commissioner Gordon's looking at him wow, you're an asshole.
Shut up so late.
A goat just
you missed the whole spiel. The goat talking.
Yeah, a goat just talked to us, man. And you're
worried about donuts.
Yeah, you're concerned about your freaking donut. All right, well, I found the image. Let's see if I could actually share.
Did you?
If I could share my screen. All right, let me know if you could see my screen.
Working.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, so you see these images of Superman. So this would have been the Superman. These are the original concept arts of Superman, which I do like. This, it definitely is reminiscent, especially the Clark Kent is reminiscent of the old Max Fleischer serials. And there's Lois Lane. Jimmy Olsen looks like a dweeb, which is great because Jimmy Olsen's the best dweeb. And, Perry White and Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor looks like he has some meat on his bones. He looks like he looks like a linebacker.
Yeah.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he's been training.
Yeah.
Or something.
But you know what? I would have been curious to actually see at least an early episode concept or something with this design. I almost do wish there was a parallel universe where they kind of went with this just to be able to see it. But I think they did make the right call by not doing that. So.
Okay.
So what do you think?
No, I actually would like to see it too, actually, because it really looks pretty neat.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Neat stuff. And all that stuff. It's just how much are they gonna commit to that show, though? That's the problem.
It would have.
They can commit to these character details, how much the show should be.
It would have looked like Batman animated series, but Superman. That's what it would have looked like.
Because Fletcher, he committed to every detail.
Well, they had live action actors to trace on. So, they had that benefit. This show wouldn't have had that.
Yeah.
So that's why it looks lifelike, because it's lifelike movements and animations. So this was our Thanksgiving episode, because this is the closest thing we could think of to Batman or Superman Thanksgiving. Let us know if you know any other Superman Batman mediums where Thanksgiving's a big part, but I thought this was kind of the closest thing we could find.
Thanksgiving.
Is there a Justice League Thanksgiving? I know there's a Justice League Christmas episode, but I don't think there's a Thanksgiving episode. It's easy to find Christmas mediums, but Thanksgiving's a little harder to find.
it's overlooked. That's the
Thanksgiving's
problem.
like the thing in between Halloween and Christmas. You know, there's more mediums for Halloween and Christmas. Not really Thanksgiving. There's Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I can't really think of anything else, even in general.
That's funny. Funny thing is, I type in Justice League Thanksgiving. Supposedly there is a comic issue with this on it.
I have seen that picture before. I don't know if that's just like the cover art or if that's actually.
Nope,
the
there's
story.
a scene from the comic. Dinner.
Okay. But is that just dinner or is it Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, because that's what the art is in the front.
I don't know.
And then there's just a bunch of fan parodies of things.
Yeah. Well,
but the only thing close enough we're going to get is that comic book.
Yeah. Well, if we ever find it, maybe we'll do that. But we're definitely not going to have time this year.
Comicology. We may find it there.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to have time. This is our Thanksgiving episode. You know, take it as you will. You know, we'll see where this show goes in the future. I mean, I definitely want to keep it Batman and Superman as the main focus, but I think we're going to branch off a little bit in the future. Because, like, when I talk about DC news, it just makes me depressed. You know, it just makes me sad. I don't really want to talk about it.
No good news is coming from them.
No, I mean, Wonder Woman's coming out. If there's like something I specifically want to talk about, I'll talk about it. But, you know, I don't know. How do you feel, Matt?
I'm in the same boat.
Where do you think this show?
Where
do you think this show should go, Matt? Obviously, I think Superman, Batman should obviously be the main focus, but I think we should branch off a little bit. In some.
I think we should start doing some other things just to keep things different.
Yeah.
Why not?
No, I agree. I think we should at least do a Batman.
Yeah, we should keep it to Batman and Superman. We'll just throw in some difference here and there.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we should at least do like a Batman Superman short in the beginning, like just like a little thing, and then even if we want to talk about like a big movie like a movie at the end, like as the meteor part that has nothing to do with Batman and Superman, I'm fine with that. But I think we should at least keep them in each episode in some capacity, if that makes any sense. Like even if we do the Daily Show, you know.
That works.
Yeah, that works. Or I have a few ideas. I think we could figure some stuff out. But anyway, this was I don't know how to sign off. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is Josh from BatYard's Finest sending you off up and away until next BatYard's Finest episode.
And this is Superman's pal Matt becoming super pals. Episode by
becoming super friends one episode at a time.
One episode, yeah, super friends.
All right, let's do it again. We'll do it again.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. This is Josh from BatYard Productions sending you off. This is Josh from BatYard Productions sending you off up and away until next BatYard's Finest episode.
And this is Superman's pal Matt. Becoming super friends time.
Yeah, you did it. I'm actually getting parched. It's hard for me to talk. I feel like I'm getting Matt-itis.
That's what I've been drinking the whole time.
Do you have COVID, Matt, and it like transferred over through the stream? Like now I have it.
How dare you fucking say that? How dare you?
I'm just joking. So for everyone at home, he doesn't have COVID that I know of.
No, I don't.
I don't know. He could be lying. I don't know. But I'm not the one to say he does or doesn't.
He's just the one to spew out the fake news.
Yeah, I'm Donald Trump or Fox News or something. I don't know. Never mind. All right. This episode's over. All right. Good night, everyone.
Guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. Eat a turkey. Eat a goose, eat a swan. You know, just don't eat each other.
Just have ham.
Just don't eat each other.
Have ham.
just don't eat each other, okay? And